Hi friends, Siddharth again. I've observed there is a lot of confusion regarding the timelines of a typical job seeker's visa. So I thought let's make a video upon it. Before I start friends, I would like to mention that the details, the information that I am going to share in this video is based upon my own experiences. And as I come from Mumbai, India, I have first-hand experience with the job seekers visa process in Mumbai. So I will take Mumbai as a reference. Now I would like to mention here that friends, job seekers visa process depends on two major factors. One, the time of the year. Like this time there is a Corona's time and I don't know, there is a lot of changes in the process. The other parameter friends is the embassy. For example, there is a lot of difference between the job seekers visa process in Mumbai and as compared with Bangalore or as compared with Delhi. So I strongly recommend friends take this video and the information that I share in my video as a reference only, and please use your own conscience before making your next decisions. So let's assume friend today is 1st of January and you are thinking upon whether to go for job seekers visa or not. So I strongly recommend friends, first thing that you should do today is go for an appointment. Taking an appointment itself is a huge task and it's the biggest challenge and it's most time taking process. Now by appointment what I mean is you first need to find out in which German embassy your area falls in. For example, for Gujarat, Goa, Maharashtra and maybe Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Mumbai embassy is responsible. So depending on your location friends, you have to first find out which embassy, which German embassy will be responsible for your case. So let's assume you have found out the embassy for which you will apply. Now here is a kind of a basic rule that you must be staying for more than 6 months in one place, and from that embassy only you have to apply. For example, if I am staying in Goa for last 9 months, then Mumbai embassy will be responsible for my case. Okay, so now that embassy is fixed, you have to find out how to get an appointment there. So friends, most likely VFS will come into picture for giving you an appointment. Now I don't know the meaning of VFS or the full form of VFS, but what I know is it's an agency, it's an authorized agency which is hired by German embassy and maybe many other embassies throughout the world, and they provide logistic services and additional services to these embassies. So for the purpose of appointment also VFS is responsible. Now most likely you have to call up VFS and get ask them for an appointment. Alternatively, it may happen that you can log on to the website of VFS, the link I have shared in the description below, and try to get an appointment there. There could be some questions, some information that they will be gathering from you, and you will have to you will be required to find an appointment from them. Now as I said, it keeps on changing from time to time and it keeps on changing from place to place. So depending on whatever case is applicable to you, you have to get an appointment in German embassy. Now coming back to our example, as I said, let's assume today is 1st of January and you are thinking upon job seekers visa. So the first step that you should take after seeing this video is get an appointment, or at least attempt to get an appointment. Now friends, trust me, getting an appointment itself may take you close to 2 to 3 months. So I assume that on 1st of April you get an appointment in German embassy. So let's assume friends you got an appointment on 1st of April, and from here starts your actual story. Now in these 3 months time, that is from 1st January to 1st of April, you have to prepare a lot. Please refer to my previous videos, I have shared the link above. Please try to apply as much as possible to German companies in this time tenure. This is very crucial and it's mandatory as well. I'll tell you how. At the time of interview, you will definitely be asked, I'm telling you, definitely you will be asked, what is your seriousness? What is your preparation of getting a job in Germany? Now, this time tenure, that is this 3 months time that you got, you have to apply a lot to German companies and try to receive at least 1 or 2 interview calls. It could be over Skype, it could be offline, it could be online, whatever type of responses you have to gather from German HRs. Now why is this so important friends is, this shows that you are very serious about your job search in Germany. Officers at German embassy wants to confirm that you are really very serious about your job search and you have prepared a lot. Now the second thing that I strongly advise you to do is brush up your German language skills. 3 months is fair enough, friends, to learn basic German, which will assist you to at least introduce yourselves to the German HRs, and it will be sufficient for you to prove that you are ready to take up German skills. Now, in case if you are successful learning German and you pass at least A1 level of exam in Goethe Institute, this is going to be a real deciding factor in your embassy, in your GSV interview. Trust me, friends, even a simple A1 level German certificate can assist you a lot in getting your visa. So let's assume that you got a chance to face the interview panel on 1st of April at the German consulate. Now, most likely, friends, they won't be asking you too many questions. They only want to ascertain that you are really very serious about your job search in Germany and what preparations you have made, what information you have gathered about Germany. Now, what all documents you are supposed to submit at your interview is a topic of another video that I'll make separately. But today we are talking about the timelines. Now, as I said, I will be taking an example of Mumbai. In Mumbai, there is a special requirement. Once you go through the interview at German consulate, you are required to carry out a background verification check. Now, this is an absolutely documented cost and procedure, and there is no way to escape it. For this background verification check in Mumbai, you have to shell out additional 45,000 rupees. Now, please refer to my previous video, friends. I have shared the link above. You may be eligible to get this 45,000 rupees back. It's true, I got it back. That's why I'm sharing this with you. Please refer that video as well. So most likely, your interview will last for close to 20-25 minutes, and they will try to estimate your position and your approach for the job search in Germany. They will take all your documents, and then you will proceed back to home. Now, what next? The next thing that is going to happen approximately in 45 to 50 days is there will be a background check for you. Some kind of an advocate will be allotted for your case, and he or she will be coming to your house, will be asking a lot of questions, not only to you but also to your neighbors. They will try to ascertain that you are the real person and there is absolutely nothing fishy in your case. So for this reason, friends, they might actually interrogate you. They will ask you so many questions. They will ask for documents for your wife, your children, yourselves, your parents, everybody around your family. In case if you are married, friends, they will ask for a lot of information about your marriage as well. They can ask you for the marriage album. They can even ask for the video, the Shadi ka video type of stuff. And in case if everything goes fine, they will clear your case. So coming back to our example, 1st of April was your interview date. It is most likely that within 45 days you will get your call from the advocate who is allocated for your case. So that comes close to the mid of May. Now what next? Now this advocate who has come to your house, interrogated everybody around you, will be submitting the report, and after that report things goes really very fast. So let's assume that 15th of the May is the date when everything went fine with the advocate case, and he or she submitted a positive report of your case by the end of May. Now what next? If everything goes fine, after end of May, you will receive a mail from German embassy as well. They will give you a mail like this, and they will tell you that your case has been decided upon, and they will narrate you further course of actions. Now friends, once you receive a positive email from German embassy, you will be asked to give a confirmed date of travel. Now a very, very important point here. Till this mail arrives in your mailbox, I strongly suggest that you don't quit your job. In fact, I strongly advise that you never quit your job at all. I'll explain it later on. So what I'm telling is, till this mail arrives in your mailbox from the German embassy saying that your case has been decided upon, you are requested to submit your passport, till this date don't resign from your job at all. Nobody in interview panel or in German embassy expects you to take such a big risk and quit your job even before getting job seekers visa in hand. So once you receive this mail, you have to now consider in how many days you want to travel. The maximum tenure that they will give you is 90 days. So if you are sure that you have to quit your job and you have to move to Germany, from the receiving of this mail, you can consider quitting your job or maybe give a resignation notice in your company, which normally is for 90 days. But make sure friends, once you receive this email, you have to travel within 90 days only. That's very important. So once you receive this email, you have to take a travel insurance as well. Now what this travel insurance and health insurance is? So friends, there is a lot of confusion between these two words. These two things normally comes packed in one thing only. Travel insurance basically means once you are flying from your country to the destination country, there could be some problems during this flight. There may be the connecting flight is missed or it's cancelled and you have to face a lot of troubles. You may be required to stay in a hotel in the worst case scenarios. So for such stuff, travel insurance comes into picture. At least on paper they say that they will reimburse you money. I have never seen even a single case wherein these guys have reimbursed even a single penny. And then what is health insurance? So friends, health insurance is your regular health insurance during your stay in Germany. Job seekers visa is valid for 6 months. So make sure that you take health insurance minimum for 6 months. If possible, take it a little more than 6 months as well. Now there is a list of health insurance providers which is given by German embassy. I have shared the link of that list here in the description below. Please make sure that you take your health / travel insurance from one of these service providers only. Okay, so as I said, you have to confirm on which date you have to travel, and accordingly you can decide to quit your job. Now here friends, I strongly recommend that you try to avoid quitting your job even after getting your job seekers visa. Try to find a way out. For example, you can consider going for a sabbatical leave or kind of a long leave or any other possibility or any other option if possible. An important point to mention here friends, in case if you are working continuously from home and you think that you will take your job seekers visa and come to Germany and you will parallelly work for your home country or your original firm or company while staying in Germany, that could land you in trouble. Now why is it so? Because as a thumb rule, you are supposed to pay taxes where you stay, where you physically are. So in case if you come down to Germany for 2 or 3 months and you are working for India or your original company from Germany, I am not sure how taxation will work for you. So decide accordingly. Alright, so now you have submitted your passport, you have defined a date of travel and you have given your health insurance and travel insurance as well. So now everything's fine. Nowadays VFS offers a service, VFS as I told you is a third party, offers a service for your passport pickup and drop as well. So you may opt for that service as well, wherein somebody will come to your doorstep, will pick up your passport and will drop it back to you after getting it stamped. So friends, this was all about the typical timelines of a job seekers visa. In case if you have got any comments or any doubts, because I understand this topic is quite a wide topic and it depends quite a lot about your location, your embassy. In case if you've got any doubts or any comments, please feel free to post it on the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer them out. And once again friends, if you find any value in this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and please do not forget to hit that like button. See you and bye-bye.